Welcome back.
Sally.
No, I was so poorly last month I couldn't join.
No,
I'm
she was
sorry.
a
Well, it's
Pearly
okay, 'cause
Sally.
me and Lee had a wonderful time talking about vampires and robbers.
Mm-hmm.
I gave myself a black eye. I was that poorly. So
Jesus Christ, how did you
got skills.
How'd you manage that?
So I have slippers, right? I have slippers, and the like spongy stuff has all like squished down with how much I've walked on them. So now they're slightly too big for me. And I went to go up the stairs and missed the step. So I fell. And then as I went to put my hand out, my nails caught the edge of the step and I didn't manage to brace myself, and I basically just fucking
Oh my god.
face planted the step.
Nice.
Sim was in the bath and he was like, "Are you okay?" And Jensen was off school sick and he was like, "You okay, Mum?" I'm like, "Go away!"
Leave
ran
me.
away. And then when I come out, my eye had just swollen right up. And I said to Sim, "Do you want me to come on the school run with you?" And he went, "Absolutely not, because everyone's going to think I've been beating you up." And I was like, "Okay." And he wouldn't be seen with me for about a week until it had gone. But my whole eye had gone like purple and red and blue. It was amazing. It was great. It took about 3 weeks to go.
Jesus.
Yeah. So I was very ill.
Very good. Well done. Anyway, so Sally gave herself a
I
black
made
eye.
it awkward. Yeah.
It's all right. I mean, now we're now we think we're just trying to cover for Sim, and he's actually gave you a do, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I fell down the stairs," and she's concocted this crazy story. We all know Sim; he would never do that. So, apart from
He's too
Sally beating herself up, what else have we been doing?
Watching films.
Oh, so we have. That is what we do, isn't it? We watch films and then we talk about them.
Do you want to start with what you've seen, or do you want me to start with my good film?
I want Sally to talk about what she's seen when she was all poorly. Sally, what have you been watching?
I can't remember really what I was watching whilst I was ill, but I have been watching Christmas films recently because tis the season and all that. Just about. It's a little bit early for me still, but the kids have been like, "Oh, what?" Watch?" So, one of my favourite films is Last Christmas with
Last Christmas.
what's her
Amelia.
name? Emilia Clarke.
We've seen
There we
that.
go.
That's
We
it.
actually watched that last year.
We watched this. Yeah, we watched that
Yeah.
last year for you because of you, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been watching that again, and then we watched The Grinch. And,
Of course.
yes. And then I watched The Holiday. No, what is it? Is it The Holiday with Kate Winslet and?
Can I ask which
Jack
version
Black.
of The Grinch did you watch?
Oh, the one with Jim Carrey.
Something like one.
You have to ask because there's multiple versions of The Grinch now, going all the way back to the right old ones. Because I always maintain that The Grinch, which has got what's this puss in it? It's the animated one by Illumination. It's
Benedict
Cucumber
Cumberbatch,
Patch. Yeah, that guy. Aye, the English funny face. Aye, he's barely a Grinch in that. He's like mildly grumpy, and then he's like he loves Christmas. Like it's not even like that Grinchy. Like Carrie's proper Grinchy in that movie. Like he hates Christmas until stuff happens, and it's like it's a journey goes on. Whereas Cucumber Patch is just like, oh, I don't like Christmas. Well, I kind of do like Christmas. Okay, Christmas is great. It's like, all right, mate. Logan,
Aye.
not you, Logan. Other Logan, what are you doing?
Looking for the candle.
One of my favourite things is Cindy Lou Who from Jim Carrey's Grinch is actually now like a proper rock star.
Oh yeah,
She's
yeah.
like the lead singer of Pretty and the Reckless. And every time I listen to her music, I'm like, Cindy Lou Who.
Yeah.
I love it.
They actually reunited.
They
Recently.
did. I saw.
20 years.
Loved it.
That's wild.
Yeah.
What, Jim Carrey and this young lady?
Yeah.
Good for them. Jim Carrey, apart from all the vax denying stuff, seems like a nice man.
I think he's all right.
As I said that, I said apart from all the anti-vax stuff, I think he seems like quite a cool guy that I'd like to hang
Yeah,
out with.
well,
I just wouldn't bring it up.
we're not getting
Like, nah,
political
let's talk about something else, mate. Hey, we're not going to get too deep into it. I'm just saying. I'd be like, you know what, Jim? Let's talk about your films and all the cool stuff you've done. No, let's not talk about that. I have no strong
What's your
views.
favourite Jim Carrey film?
Ooh, that is interesting. I honestly think he was excellent in the Sonic movies, which is ridiculous. But apart from that, like,
Mr.
see his
Eggman.
early stuff, it was all really a product of its time. Like, see if you go back and watch Ace Ventura and all that, it was very, very 90s. And it's like it's all kind of evolved since then, so you kind of don't do that anymore. At the time, I loved it. Mask was great.
My kids
Evan Almighty.
love them films.
Oh,
Really?
If you
Mask is
watch
great.
them with, yeah. The
Yeah.
Mask is one
Yeah,
of
they're
my
funny.
kids' favourite films when they were like 9. And I put on, what was one that you said? Ace Ventura. And they that bit where it goes, whoa, do not go in there. They all quote that and like it's
When
one
they've
of,
done
like
smelly dumps, got you, yeah.
yeah. But they it's one of them things that you put on and you think, oh, they're not gonna like this. Like it's not. And then they sit
Yeah,
there
it's
and they're
too
glued
old.
to it and it's like yeah, and it's nostalgia for me to sit and watch it with my kids. I'm like, yeah,
Mhm.
great.
It's good.
But then
I'm
they
glad
say jokes in it and stuff and I'm like, oh, we can't say that.
can't say that anymore, and the kids are laughing away because they recognise
Yeah.
things are funny even if they're a little bit off colour. I think I said this before. I felt the exact same way about when I watched Spaceballs with the kids. I thought, there's no way they're going to like this. This is so dated, and they thought it was hilarious the whole way through. But it's slapstick's always funny. Like you forget that. Like people getting like kicked in the nuts and all that is funny regardless of what age you are. You know, like people just being stupid. Because the whole way through, like, Dad, this is just stupid. I'm like, yeah. And they're like, okay, this is great. Because why wouldn't that be funny? Logan, you didn't say anything for your Jim Carrey.
I did.
What do you like
I
his
didn't.
later
I
work?
would say the Mask. The Mask would be my one. Because that
You would
was
sure you'd go straight to.
that was the first one that I watched with my granda. Was
Mm.
it was that Ace Ventura or Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, I wish I'd said Dumb and Dumber. Actually, Dumb and Dumber was great. That is strong. Peaked it. You know, I don't
So-
think I've watched the second movie.
I can't remember.
Not any of the
It's a
sequels or
good
spin-offs,
sequel.
but like the actual sequel to it.
Is that the
Because I know you
one-
wouldn't go.
Is that the recent one they done?
Well, they done one with Jeff Daniels and Jim Carrey again, and there had been kind of like tangential prequels and all that kind of stuff, but they were never like a real sequel. It was never like, here's those two guys again. It was always like, here's something with the word Dumb and Dumber on it, but
Aye,
it's
so it
something
was,
else.
aye. Like it's Dumb and Dumber or something it's called.
Yeah. But that was a strong one. You know, after I can't really remember a lot of Jim Carrey stuff, which is ridiculous. Like my mind went blank apart from those like early ones.
A Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
He was in Mr. Popper's Penguins.
Yeah, I mean that was fine. Yeah, that was a good kids
Let's see
movie.
what else. No Click. Is it Click?
He was in Click. That was
no,
Adam
that was
Sandler.
Adam Sandler.
Oh no, sorry, I'm thinking about Almighty. It's just the same stupid
Bruce
shit.
Almighty. Bruce Almighty. Yeah.
I don't know what else he's been in. Why is that? The Grinch,
Because
obviously.
we're rubbish, man. Like we should be like boom, Jim Carrey stuff.
Oh, we've watched
One of my
watched-
favourite films by him, or not by him, but with him in, is actually The Number 23.
Never seen
Oh.
it.
And it's not a it's a very serious film. Oh, Truman Show. There we go. There's another
That was a
one.
good one. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a very serious film and not at all like he plays this person who's like obsessed with the number 23 and he sits there and he goes, yeah, see, everything in the world adds up to the number 23. What does the number 23 mean? And like it's got loads of twists and turns in it that you don't really expect. And it's actually such a good film and I highly recommend anybody watch it. But yeah, it's one of my favourite.
What makes me
Jim
laugh is that
Carrey
Sally loves this film, and I absolutely hate that movie.
I feel like there's a
Because we
theme.
we talked about this before, and I remember Sally saying that, and like, I fucking hated that movie from start to finish. Like it was. I think it was one of his first forays into like kind of serious stuff. I'll tell you what he was good in, which I've barely seen. That Lemony Snickets was like peak Jim Carrey.
Oh, I love that. Yeah,
I only
that's
seen
a
that
great
recently.
film.
I'd never seen that, and then it was on one day, and I was like, sat and watched. I'm like, These are really good. Like, I wish no one was here so I could properly pay attention to this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
watched
now
one.
they've done a series with Neil Patrick Harris
Yeah, it got adapted
as
again. Yeah,
um,
the guy
yeah.
he's not called Lemony Snicket. That's
Great.
someone else. But yeah, he's
It's
Count
not,
Olaf. That's
no.
his name. Count Olaf.
Yeah.
We also forgot when it was his first forays into dark comedy, which was The Cable Guy with Matthew Broderick.
Is that dark comedy though?
I mean, that's what they kind of call it. I don't know.
To me,
I think
it's just another Jim Carrey film. Just
You
shit.
think so?
Aye.
Oh wow, really? That's bold there, Logan. Straight in with
No,
the
really,
shit.
like, because was that before Truman? When,
Well, hold on. Look at The Cable Guy now. The Cable Guy came out in '96, so it must have been before the Truman Show.
because I would say
That was
his
surely.
first dark one would have been Truman.
Mm.
And then we're missing the one we watched for the podcast,
1998.
Eternal Sunshine.
Oh, that was definitely
Yeah.
later than The Cable Guy. That came way
That was
later.
like early 2000s.
That was 2004.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Truman
Cable
Show
Guy
was
was
'98.
1996.
So to
The Cable Guy was before that.
aye.
Yeah, so it was 2 years
Would
before.
have been the first dark one,
Mm-hmm.
just because of the end.
I think so. The end of Truman was the dark part. That was actually like that was quite a
Aye,
light
it's
end, and
the-
he got out.
It's the way, like, like he's standing at the exit and he says, "We'll say something then," and then there's all that sort of stuff.
And all he says is like, "Okay, well, if I don't see you, good morning, good afternoon, and good night," and he walks out.
Aye.
I mean, like he's not a good. He'd be like the richest man on the planet when he walks out.
No, I
Um,
think he'd be skint.
He was a subject of a TV show for like all of his adult life, and he's going to find out, and he's going to have rights, and he's going to be due a lot of money
Aye,
from
then
that.
he's got to be.
Like, because the woman that played his wife was the richest woman in the world.
I forgot about that too. I need to rewatch this now.
Well, I mean, if you want to, we could pick that
What
for a
one?
future one. So we're going to do a Jim
Cable Guy.
Carrey pick, and we'll do either a Cable Guy or a Truman Show.
No, we'll do the Andy Kaufman one.
Oh God, the Man in the Moon one.
Aye.
A compromise where no one's happy. Fantastic.
Well, the next film definitely has to be a Christmas film.
Yeah, because next one's in December. It has to be a Christmas
Aye.
movie.
Yeah.
But let's see if we can pick a Christmas movie none of us have seen. We won't be able to do that because we'll have seen them all.
Probably.
Yeah.
Just speaking of
Let's
film
pick a-
news,
Krampus.
Uh-huh.
so you know how
Chris-
you've had your horror films, sorry, your cartoon characters turning into horror films like Winnie the Pooh, Steamboat Willie.
Yeah.
Popeye.
I think
Yeah.
Popeye's your next one. Do you know what the next one after Popeye
Yeah.
is?
Don't know.
I'll let you take a guess.
Well, what's going to be going to the
Dumbo.
public domain soon? It'll be something stupid. So, is it Bugs Bunny?
N-
Daffy Duck, Donald Duck,
Oh.
one of the ducks.
Right, calm down. Sally, your turn.
Dumbo.
No.
Sleeping Beauty.
You
Jungle
yous
Book.
are getting the initials right with the BB. I'll give you that. You want a final one or do you want me to say it?
Just tell us.
It's Betty Boop is getting her own horror movie called Boop.
Okay.
Oh.
So
I mean,
I don't
they might
think
as
I've
well, I
ever
mean,
actually
she's-
watched anything with Betty Boop.
well, boop, boop, beep, doop.
I know who it is. I don't think I've ever watched anything.
Betty Boop. I mean,
any
basically,
cartoon or anything.
surely a really depressing kind of like introspective into life as a sex worker in the 30s. Is that not basically what she was?
well,
Yeah.
to be fair, that would have been a good horror film, but this is a bit different. So the description says a team of horror podcast investigators break into an abandoned theatre to discover the hauntings of the Scarlet, once known as Boop. A simple investigation turns into a horrific bloodbath.
Jeebus.
They couldn't have just made her like a brass, on the street, get shot up or something, and then wherever she dies, it's haunted.
I mean, they could have done. I mean, I don't know what we're doing at this point. I mean, I understand, like, to be fair, actually, I think there's an argument because the Popeye one's already happened. There's two different Popeye ones because I was looking through it on one of the devices that I have in my home. And I was like, what's that? It's like, okay, that's a horror movie with Popeye. And then there's a different horror movie with Popeye. I'm like, right, is this just what we're doing now? Just these old things that nobody, I mean,
It's because
who really cares?
Isn't it? Like,
I get it, but like, does it matter?
I
Like,
just
I
don't
mean,
get
are
why it's
any of
called
us...
horror.
Yeah, like just like yeah, literally make us like make us like the kind of like the harrowing, really sad sex life, about life of a sex worker, like drama, and it's Betty Boo. It's like this is weird. I don't know why this is happening. I'll watch it though.
Who's playing Betty Boop?
Oh, she's just gonna be some freak,
That'll
surely.
be some fucking Z-list.
Oh no,
That sounds so
here's her
bad.
name, Devony Pin. I'll see if I can search her. Okay, I mean, it's pretty hot, so I don't know what to say, guys. Yeah, good for her. Oh well, she was in Dexter. Who was she in Dexter?
Actually, the last time you actually seen Betty Boop was in Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh yeah, makes sense. Yeah. Just to be clear, I said Devony Pin, who's going to be playing Betty Boo. She was in Dexter. Do you know who she played in Dexter? She played Woman at Nightclub. So in Dexter, you know, I mean, kind of. Not a named character. She has an Instagram with 21,000 followers. Good for her. Good for you, Devony Pin. I'm sure this is going to be the movie that changes your life.
Probably
At
this
least she's getting
podcast.
paid. We could probably get her on, to be fair. So,
I'll try
do
my
you
best.
think Hannah Quid should come on?
Maybe just a shout out should come on.
Sure. Yeah, you'll maybe get some followers from our 80 listeners. 76 of which are me, with different accounts.
I've got another wee thing
That's
for
fine.
films. I don't know if you have anything. V for Vendetta is getting its own TV series development.
Ooh,
Developed by HBO and DC themselves. James Gunn is going to be set to be the executive producer, and it's live action.
that is interesting. Is V for Vendetta connected to D? I guess it'd be under when.
DC Comics. it's under.
I guess it would be under DC Comics. Yeah, and it'd have been when Alan Beck. Mine's got blank. He done the Watchmen.
I think it's the same guy.
That's the same guy who wrote it. He's got nothing to do with them because he hates all the live action stuff. I'll just look it
I
up
mean,
because
the Watchmen TV series was brilliant before they cancelled that.
I liked it. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. It was. Oh, come on, it must be on there. Alan something Lee. Come on, you know these things. You're smart. Nope.
Here's my question to you. I don't know if I'm
Alan Moore. Jesus Christ, I'm so stupid. Alan Moore. Yeah, he done V for Vendetta, he done Watchmen, he done loads and loads of stuff. The V for Vendetta movie was okay. It wasn't that good, but it could be served quite well by a TV show. Plus,
that's my question. Do you think it'll be better
James
than the
Gunn.
movie?
Well, like you said, I thought the Watchmen TV show, which was more of a sequel to the comic book than the film, because the film has a different ending. It was weird that they cancelled the Watchmen TV show, but on the flip side of that, I don't know where you'd have went in season 2 because she's basically Dr. Manhattan now. So she's got like all the powers. So what else would you have done with it? It's like when you've got, it's like having Superman. It's like, oh, why aren't you solving these problems, Superman? You can do everything. Like, oh yeah, that's a good question. You're in no danger at any point. So yeah, I'm excited about that. That's like I'm more excited about that than I am about the Harry Potter series anyway.
That's true. We didn't go through the films you watched, by the way.
Oh no, we did. I watched Predator Badlands.
Was it good?
Yay!
I really enjoyed it. Two things, right? First of all, I was slightly scared because it was a 12. And I was like, oh, fucking Predator Badlands, this will be amazing. I can't wait to watch it. And then when it's like, oh, it's a 12A, I'm like, that is not good because 12As tend to, that's your Marvel universe. So I thought it's been Marvelified. Then I remembered there's no humans in this movie. There's only aliens, which the reason things go up to 15 is because blood is upsetting and blood is red. Aliens don't have red blood. They have like goo that shoots out of them. And I was like, oh, it is unbelievably violent. Like, oh my God, I was taken aback by how incredibly violent this movie was, and it's still a 12 because when they're chopping things up, it's like green goo that shoots out. There's also white goo, but I know that sounds like something else. I actually thought I'd made, there we go, Sally laughed. But he basically ends up dealing with some androids and stuff, and all them, it's like all that milk that kind of spurts out of them. So yeah, storyline was good fun, and you should go again. Yeah, the characters were good. They didn't do that stupid thing where all of a sudden like the Predators talk in English so you can understand. Subtitles the whole way through, which I appreciated. I hate it when all of a sudden like the world and then suddenly the Predators speak in English with an American accent. Fuck off. he's basically didn't speak much, and when he spoke subtitles, the android in it does speak English because they didn't want her like going that'd have been weird, so you can understand her. But there's funny scenes in it. It was exciting. The CGI was brilliant. It was like a fun storyline. They have like some nods to Alien in it, but they don't show like any aliens. They've kind of tried to stay from the Alien versus Predator stuff. It showed you a lot of stuff about the inner workings of the Yautja, which is like what the Predators call themselves. What you say, mate?
I had a question, but I don't know if it would spoil the
Yeah,
film.
that's cool. It's fine.
Um,
Spoilers. Pause for 30 seconds.
I was going to say, do you think this is going to set up maybe Alien versus Predator eventually?
I think they're trying to earn it this time. Because my argument has always been, see if you don't earn something, then there's no point in it. Like, see if it's like, here's an alien with a scar on its face, and here's a predator that's got like, fucking 2 energy whips. Okay, why should I care about them? Well, because they've got like a cool thing. So this time, like, they've given you a protagonist in Deck. That's the name of the predator, and they've given you his little android sidekick. And he's also got another sidekick, which is really fun, which I won't go into. And then they've set up. In the movie, he's got his dad as like the antagonist, but he's got to go and deal with a bunch of other stuff. And at the end of it, somebody else turns up. He's like, "Oh, now I have to kick their ass." I was like, "Yeah, I'm into this." It also ties into the animated series on Netflix as well.
Still need to see that.
But which in a very like you don't need to have watched it, but you're like, "Oh, I fucking know what this is."
Mhm.
So I highly recommend. I thought Prey was great. I thought this was great. I'm looking forward to Prey 2. I think for once they finally went, why don't we make good Predator movies that people actually want to watch? It was smart to like make it a 12 because I'm considering taking the kids up to see this because I know my younger son will fucking love it. His one issue is he loves monsters, so see when the monsters get beaten up, he's like, I want the monsters to win. So, and my other kid, he'll be like, you might just be into it for the action. But yeah, highly recommend Predator. Go and see it. I think it's making money. I think it's doing okay.
It's doing better than Running Man.
That's a shame because I bet you Running Man's good as well.
I was a bit gutted. I've not seen it. Sorry, I've not seen it, but I've seen it's been bombing.
That's a shame.
Ian's
okay.
been to see it, and he said that it was really good.
I still like to see
Okay.
it.
Not here to tell you about it. So.
Right, looking at the box office return for Predator Badlands,
No, great.
it's 105 million and it's made 139 million, so it's done okay. But realistically, that film needs to make about 200, 250 to be even looking at a sequel. So they might do something, but they might make it cheaper. They might do something else. It might be another Netflix thing. But that's a shame because it deserves better than that. I'm gonna look up Running Man as well. That should be. Let's see what that's got. Just see, I would have went to see Running Man actually. I might still go and see it. Fuck it.
Just for the Glasgow scenes.
Oh dear. 100 million budget. Came out at the same time Badlands. It's made 31 million.
Fuck off, man.
Oh, that's not good. That's a wee shame. I'd still watch it. I'm looking forward to it. I bet you it turns up in the dodgy fire stick really soon. Oh no, sorry. Not that any of us have got that or condone owning one of them. You shouldn't have one of them. No, but I bet you those criminals that do use it, yeah, I bet you they're going to be watching it for free soon. I bet you, just out of interest, complete tangent. This is the autism brain. Sorry, guys. Now you've all seen Now You See Me, yeah?
Yeah.
I fucking hate those movies. I fucking hate them, right? Because they're dog shit from start to finish.
Okay.
Right, just to be clear, fuck those movies. All 3 of them, fuck them. How that film does well is beyond me, right? Let's see what Now You Fucking See Me has made at the box office. Right, Now You See Me, shit from start to finish, right? Cost 75 million. How they made so they're free, those movies. Basically, they make them for free. It's made 350 million at the box office. It's been out for 20 minutes, right? That's ridiculous. It's actually been out since May, which is crazy. I didn't know it came out in May. I thought it came out. Hold on.
No,
Is that the first one? Oh, no. That's the first one. I thought it was the third one I looked at. So the first one made 350 million. Right, franchise. Although one thing did make me laugh. They call Now You See Me, Now You Three Me, which I thought that was quite funny.
it's not a porno.
It does sound like a porno.
Now You Threesome Me. Okay, the third one, which has been out for a couple of weeks, I take it back. People hate this movie as well. Good on you, people. This movie should fail. 90 million to make, and it's only made 80 million. So fuck that movie. I hope it fails. Anyway. So anyway, go and see Predator Badlands and Running Man twice, and don't see Now You Three Me.
I'll tell you a film that you should definitely go see. Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. Brilliant, honestly. No, I was going in this hating it. Before watching
Really?
it, because
Hold on, before you go any further, why? Yeah, why?
because I seen the set photo of Jacob Elordi's Frankenstein, and it looked like something out of Prometheus, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Now, totally love it. Love the costume design, the special effects they done, with just how they sewed up Frankenstein. That's a PG version to say what actually happens. Was brilliant. Even the set design just for like showing you Edinburgh. And this is a fun thing which I found out just after I finished it, because I was like, this looks so familiar. So the outside bit of Frankenstein's lair lab is the William Wallace Monument in Stirling.
Oh, cool.
And I was like, I was there this summer. So I was like, that's so cool to see. So I definitely recommend it. It's I think it's basically right after the book, but also done by Del Toro. Just the gruesomeness is brilliant. Mia Goth is good, which I was surprised to see. I'm not a big fan of Mia Goth, but she was excellent.
You don't like her because she's called Mia Goth and you hate a goth.
I got
So
exactly. No, she's a pain in the arse. See the voice, fucking so annoying. But she plays two characters, and I didn't even notice she was playing one of them because one of the characters had eyebrows, and I was like, oh my god, that's Mia Goth. So who knew eyebrows can make a difference?
I have heard nothing but good things about it. I seen one weird thing online, and I was like, this person's clearly a moron. But everything else I've seen about it has been like, you should watch this movie. My issue with his adaptations often make me quite sad because they're like really upsetting. And I don't handle like the sadness well at all. Like I think what we've learned right now is I can't handle it.
This week.
One of the questions I'm going to ask you once we get to talk about the actual film, but I won't come to that yet. So that was the film I watched. Anything else you watched, Logan? So that's two recommendations from us for other films, and then another one from Logan.
I'm a Celebrity. Anybody been watching it?
I've not been. Is the winner going to be Jack Osborne?
No, fuck no.
Really, I thought he'd shine.
Is it going to be Big Ginge?
It's got to be Ginge. Let's go.
Is it Angry Ginge
know.
she's called? I don't know who he
He's
is.
so class, man.
Is it Angry Ginge?
Do young people watch I'm a Celeb?
Yeah.
Isn't Jack Osborne going to get the sympathy vote though?
I don't
Because
think
his
so.
dad's dead.
Yeah.
Loads of folk dads are dead. But I mean, his dad just died, and it was beloved, like you know, icon. Over it, fucking Jack Osborne. Come on.
Sorry, that sounds messed up.
Fucking hell, that's harsh, man. Poor Jack. Also, what a glow up for Jack Osborne, eh? Do you remember them on the Osbournes?
I know.
Oh, well
done,
Jackie Osborne.
Kelly Brook.
Weeby thing.
Kelly Brook's always been beautiful, man, and like she's at the right demographic for me. That's exactly what I like, you know. Over 40, curvy. Hello, miss, come here.
Aye, if you're watching it, start watching it. It's good. I'm missing it.
I normally do like watch.
What you saying now?
I'm missing.
I normally do like watching it, but
I kind of every year I feel like I should watch it, and I just don't.
It depends. Depends on who's on it. Last year I didn't watch it.
God, I'm looking at Kelly, the pictures of Kelly Brook when she was a young lady. Jesus Christ, man. She was just amazing, wasn't she? And now she's good as well.
Can I keep it?
Nah, keep it in. I was also going to say, remember she went out with Jason Statham? That was weird.
I didn't know that till recently.
Do you know what? She went out with Jason Statham. I think he's probably going out with some like 25-year-old now. So
staying at Leo.
I'm looking at her Wikipedia page. It doesn't even mention that she went out with him. So there you go.
Yeah, it means nothing.
Should we get on to what we're here for now?
No, Sally's not told. Oh, no, did you tell us that you've been watching the same things you watch every year, Sally?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I have been watching Bridgerton, which I quite enjoy. It's quite funny. And what else was I watching? Oh, I've got my kids into Grey's Anatomy, which is hilarious.
Oh my god.
So they're like,
The
I
poor
know.
Waynes.
29
They
seasons
asked
of
to
it.
put it on. It's great. I
I'm
love it.
sure they did, Sally, as you held them down and struck them. Watch it. Okay, Mum, we'll watch it. I also watched one other TV show that I haven't mentioned, Pluribus, the new Vince Gilligan, Vince Gillian show. It's brilliant. I literally found it. I was like, "What's this?" Put it on. I'm like, "Oh, I recognise her from Better Call Saul." And then it was like a kind of weird opening, and then she was in it. I'm like, "Oh!" And then the premise is basically the entire Earth gets taken over by like a hive mind. So like it just transmits like signal to Earth. They spend a few months trying to work out what it is. Like it's like a virus that you inject into like animals, and it doesn't do anything. And then at some point it gets transmitted to humans, and just immediately every human in the world becomes like cooperative, and it's like they can share their thoughts and feelings, and they become like just gets rid of all wars and everything straight away, apart from 12 people, and she's one of the 12 people, and they're like, no, we just want to help you, and she doesn't like them. It's like part sad and part like just like what would you do? Because like it's mind control, but everyone's happy and like they can talk to her and be like, no, I'm this person from here, but if I need to answer a question, I can speak to this person on the other side of the planet and they can answer the question for me. I'm like, whoa, that's weird. So yeah, it's really good.
I seen it was the highest
nice.
rated Apple TV show.
I'm not surprised, man. It is like outstandingly good. Like the acting's amazing, and it looks really cheap to make as well because there's no sci-fi element to it. It's just like, yeah, we're all hive minded. That's it. And it's all set in Albuquerque as well, which is like, is this like the same world as Better Call? It's not because it's a different character, but like it almost feels like they could just have like Walter White just walk by at any moment.
They might. Would not be surprised.
I mean, why not? Could be just it's just something that happens to look like that character. But I highly recommend it. I'm going to watch the third episode after we finish this tonight, actually. So that was good. But yeah, okay, that's it. That's me for things I have watched.
That was in right.
I
Okay.
haven't really been watching much.
No, I'll let Sarah start us off.
Oh dear God, why?
Why?
Why are
No.
you putting pressure on Sally for?
So I've never
She did.
actually watched this film before. I did. I picked this film because I thought, you know what? It's November. Let's go for a military style film. And then I gave you, I think, about 10 choices, and you picked this one.
That sounds like it happened. You hadn't seen it either.
Oh, because this was a thing I didn't want to watch.
This is nearly 30 years old.
I know.
This movie.
I get
So-
sick of war films.
The film was Saving Private Ryan, right?
Oh, the
I've
what?
never watched it. I've Saving
Saving Private Ryan.
Would you watch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched Shaving Ryan's Privates. That's the porno version. Just want to say that. Keep going. I found that out when I was masturbating. No, I did watch this. I want to make a joke before we talk about this harrowing film.
It is. It's such a heart-wrenching film, and obviously, like, I think that Tom Hanks is brilliant. Like, I think he's just a great actor, and I don't know. I've never one to really watch war films. I think it's just because they are so sad that I'm like, I can't bring myself to do it. And I watched this one, and I was just like, I don't know how to feel because I feel really sad. Like the fact that towards the end, when they're in like the little village thing, and they're playing that music on the gramophone, the French song, and they're all talking about like their past and all this, and it's like, you know, it's coming.
Yeah, let's do the description of the movie
Yeah.
first. Aye.
Okay.
Right, Logan, have you got one or?
No.
Oh, for God's sake. All right, okay, so this is a World War II movie which starts at the landing at D-Day on Omaha Beach. And then, so the first scene, boom, you're straight into the action. And it's about a group of soldiers that are given the PR mission, as they describe it, to bring back Private Ryan. Because all three of his brothers died within a week of each other. And then somebody noticed that his mum was going to get all three letters on the same day. they're like, oh no, he gets a free pass, he gets to come home. And then it's about the story of them just like searching through like the kind of the fucking shit show that was the kind of the D-Day landings and all that, and going looking for him. And then when they find him, he's like, I shouldn't get to go home because we're not done yet. And then like the story of that, and like they're each individual kind of like snippets of their lives. So anyway, I think we should talk about that opening scene before we talk about anything.
But before
Huh?
I want to go for let's play a little favourite game you like to play. I just hit my headset, nice. Budget higher. Would you think the budget was?
I've kind of looked through all this stuff, man. I know what the budget
likes
was.
to ruin things.
So I didn't mean to, but I was like, I wanted to look it up because there was things I wanted to know about it. Right, I'll tell you what. Were you surprised at the budget?
No, because it's Spielberg.
Okay, Sally, do you know what the budget was? Right, okay. Higher or lower than 100 million?
Higher.
No. 75 million.
Really?
75 million. Like, that is insane, isn't it?
But how much did
Like,
it make at the box office?
Considering how many people were in it, how much like tanks and like
Explosions
guns
and
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh
I
my
don't know
god.
I was literally taken aback when I seen that, because back in that 98, there was some expensive movies, and like that's not
Yeah.
like it was free or anything, but like that's crazy. Like if you look at movies that are made for that money these days, like they're like fucking
A bit shit.
Hallmark movies, yeah. Like
Yeah.
because like I'm sure there was
Oh my
CGI in that
God.
movie, but if it was in it, like I was never once like, well, that's CGI. Well, that I was never once like that's not a practical
No,
effect.
he
I'm sure there was.
avoided it.
Yeah, I can believe
So
he's also
So
good.
Spielberg avoided it. So he basically had practical explosions, and they had like squib hits. I don't know what that really means. Drive.
Squib hits is the bags of like blood on people's.
Oh, is that what that is?
It's a squib, yeah.
Drive hit the whole sequences.
Yeah, it had to be, because anything didn't look like an impact, you'd be like, well, that would take you out of it.
What do you think the box office was? This surprised me, to be fair.
It was peak Spielberg at a peak time, and also the people that would want to see that movie were all still alive at that point, because like people's parents would have been in World War II. So I also know what the box office was. But let's play the game with Sally. Sally, more or less than 300 million?
Slightly less.
More. It made 482 million in 1998 money.
Oh my god. That's
Crazy, isn't it?
good show.
So
Yeah.
it makes it. I think this swept it. I think it's done really, really well.
It nearly done well at the Oscars. So it won 5 Oscars. I know I say that like that's not a big deal. So
Titanic got like 78.
It won It won for director, cinematography, editing, sound effects, editing, but it lost Best Picture to Shakespeare in Love, which is apparently one of the biggest Oscar controversies.
I can believe, yeah. Okay, that's crazy.
Mad.
I honestly can't get over that. Yeah, like it was like, watching it now. That film could have been made like it looks horrifyingly brutal. Like every part that's like, yeah, the fact that movie is nearly 30 years old does not look dated in any way whatsoever. That looks like a documentary that they made. Like it is fucking insane.
I'll get to
Go ahead.
that. I know. Sorry, I've got so much stuff.
Okay.
You're going at here.
Right. So back to the beginning scene, right? So you can play a game called How Often Lee Cries, right? So beginning
You
scene.
just basically
Do you think
had to
I
hang
cried
the whole way through.
Do you think I cried during the beginning scene?
No.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Really?
Of course I did. Holy fuck, right? So, because of the way my brain works, I put myself in situations, especially when it's like real life situations. And I was sitting there and I was thinking about what it'd be like to be sitting in one of those kind of ships going in. Because you seen one guy was crying, one guy was praying, and guys were like, you're like, just, you could see their laser like focus, like their dedication, like, trying to fight. Because I would argue this is probably one of the last times there was truly a good side and a bad side in a war. Because, one side was the Nazis, and one side was the not the Nazis. And I sitting there thinking, God, what would you do? Like, would you be able to hold your nerve? Would you be pissing your pants, but you'd still go? It's like it would be so hard to be brave because you'd hear the and the explosions, and then one of them opens and everybody in the boat just gets taken out in an instant. And I was like, imagine that you've trained and you're there and you're ready to give your life, and you don't even get off the boat. Like you just literally, so the last thing you see before you go, imagine you're at the back and your friends, your comrades in arms, the ones that you would lay, are just minced, and then you're lying there bleeding out in a boat. That was that really upset me. Then the people jumping over the side that weren't far enough in and sank into the water and drowned, because there's one specific scene where there's some young dude trying to get his pack off, dives in the water. And then like there's fucking horrifying stuff as you go through. One guy's in shock, loses his arm. I'll remember that scene's always stuck me because you can see him just like stoned, like actually stunned, wanders about and then picks up his own arm. And I'm like, that's something you would do because you'd be freaked out. And you'd be like, fuck, I've dropped my arm, and you'd pick it up, and then you'd be like wandering about the beach with this arm bleeding out. That was horrifying. And then
That's the same with the guy that picks up the torso of his friend, isn't it? It's like you want to take him to safety, like it's instinct to do that, but at the same time,
yeah, he's dragging his friend because he's like being injured, and he grabs him and keeps going, and then he looks back and he realizes it's just his bloody stump that he's dragging, and he just suddenly puts him down, and he just keeps running because what else are you going to do? So that was all incredible. But yeah, the scene was absolutely fucking harrowing, man. Every part of it, I was like, this is insane. And these, I know we were seeing it in a stylized fashion, but also that happened. Like for some grandpas and all
that.
They
had to get descriptions from somewhere.
Well,
someone had to have gone through that for them to get
Logan's
that
got
much
something.
detail.
I have all the answers, by the way.
God damn it.
This is perfect, right? So, I've got a question for you, Zeno. So, these are the wee things I've got to know. The Omaha beach opening. Do you know how long that scene was, just in general? Not a film, but just in that film.
I'd imagine it was a good few
7
weeks
minutes.
anyway.
No, sorry, I mean like minutes wise. Like
how long? The actual? Oh, I don't know. It felt like it was forever. Like I don't know, 20 minutes.
What drink, Sally?
7.
25 minutes. I was shocked when I seen that. I was like, "Fucking hell, that is so long."
It was.
It did seem to go on forever.
I think that was intentional. Because there's a couple of scenes in it, and it goes on for like see an action movie. An action movie would have done that quicker because it's boom into the action. But this had to show you that it was not easy. Like they had to pour men into that breach. Because what you're really waiting on is the guns overheating, them running out of ammunition. Because the first wave, is going to get minced, and that's like another part of it. I'm like, imagine you were the fucking first line in, and part of you would know that the casualty rate is going to be ridiculous. Like you'll be lucky to get, and there was no cover. There was like things they could kind of hide behind, but there was other people trying to hide as well. So yeah. So what else, Logan? Yeah, that was a horrifyingly long scene.
When they were filming that, it took Spielberg 4 weeks to film the Omaha beach landing sequence. It cost about 12 million just for that one scene. At the time, that was more than what a full film would have probably costed for that budget.
Yeah.
If we're not talking about like big blockbusters like Spielberg's films or Scorsese or that. That beach sequence is actually filmed in Ireland on Ballinesca Beach.
Oh wow!
It had 1,000 extras, including real Irish Army reserves.
That makes sense, yeah.
Several extras playing medics were actual trained medics, so they'd move naturally. When you were talking about like kind of the documentary kind of camera stuff, so cameras were stripped from their stabilizers to create a documentary / combat reportage feeling when I was filming it.
There was one particular sequence which you'll probably remember. At one point, you're clearly seeing through Tom Hanks's eyes, and he's running, and you'd be like, "Oh, this is," because it's like you can literally see him trying to get to the cover. And I remember thinking, "Yeah, that's scary. Like this is really upsetting." So anyway, keep going.
For the visual style, sorry, I just read the same. I was going to say the Spielberg one avoided CGI. It was shot by cinematographer Janusz Kaminski, who bleached the negatives to restructure colour, giving the film its signature raw, washed out World War II look. Shutter speed was also increased to create the sharp staccato movement. I can't remember
Staccato,
what
yeah.
that means. The same effect used in gladiator
that.
battles later.
It's like, see when it moves and you can almost like feel the impact. That's what staccato means. So it's like when you can see like the camera go up and then down like with the force.
Mhm.
That's what it's like.
I've got wee extra things, but we'll go through them later on. One of the scene, just because we're still in the beach scene, the thing that I thought was pretty smart. Pretty smart. It was like, see when there's one guy gets shot through his
Mm.
water bottle, and you see all the water pouring
Yeah.
out, then it's all the blood pouring out. I was like, oh my god, that's so cool.
That was because I know the exact scene, yeah, because it's like they're trying to save the guy,
Mhm.
and it's like 4 medics on top of him trying to like stop him bleeding out, and then as they can stop the bleed, he gets shot in the head. But that's the scene where, because they don't even talk about that, it's just he gets shot and doesn't notice.
Mhm.
I'm like, that is crazy because
Yeah.
the adrenaline pumping through him. The whole scene was incredible. Now this is like, obviously I've talked about like how I'm left leaning and that. After it, see when they start managing to get through and they start swarming the Germans with like just sheer numbers and grit, they commit like several war crimes. Like you've seen them, the guys walk up with their hands up and that, and they just shoot them. I was like, that's fucked up. But also like, part of me like, I get it though. Like if I like, I'd like to think I'm not a man that would do that. But on the flip side, if I'd just seen my mates get minced by their cannons, I'd be
Aye.
like fuck those guys. Also, when they flamethrow in and the guys jump out, they say, "Don't shoot them, let them burn." I'm like, that seems like a quote. That seems like he spoke to people and someone's went, "Yeah, we just let them burn," because fuck those guys. They fucking like they're absolutely just killing everybody. Yeah, so I thought that whole scene, that whole sequence was fucking incredible. And it was like that alone, like that, boom, set the tone for the movie. It was great. Oh, it was so good. And also I cried quite a lot.
So, what was your first thoughts on the beach scene?
It's it's weird to watch because, like I said, it's almost like somebody's retold these stories and they're making a film out of it. It almost not reads like a diary, but seems like somebody's diary entry that they're filming. And so when you're watching it and you're like, you kind of like put yourself in it, and you're like, oh my god, imagine being that person, that fucking young 18-year-old fresh from just plucked out of nowhere and like, yeah, here you go.
Yeah.
Go there and die. It's just insane. And like, it was really difficult to watch because obviously as a perspective of a woman, there wasn't like women there, and it was, now if they were to make a movie in war times there would be.
Mm.
It was a bit weird to watch that and think that women weren't cannon fodder the way that they are now with the men. I'm not saying that either way's right. War shouldn't be happening, but hey, we're human. It's gonna happen forever and ever.
Yeah.
But it's also difficult to think that, like, I watched the Ukrainian war on TikTok. I watched it start on TikTok,
Well,
and it's like it's not changed in the way that wars start. It's not changed. Like, people are still getting blown up. People are still putting themselves in harm's way for fucking people that don't care about them.
yeah,
So
that's
it's hard not to feel angry about it.
I think this is actually something that I've been thinking about recently.
Right.
Because of the way the world's going at times.
First
Yeah,
up,
you know,
right,
we should
can I
save that
just
for
say-
the politics podcast.
Aye.
Yeah.
We'll try and lean off the politics just for this film, right? Just so.
It made me think a lot of political stuff, Sally. Like, how would I deal
Well,
with these things?
I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
Is this the most stressful opening in a film ever?
No, the opening of
No.
The Uncut Gems was
That
much worse.
film that you choose. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was horrible.
Aye,
This was
The
harrowing,
opening-
and this was
the
like
opening-
no, because this put me in it, and it put me like, how would you react? How did these guys feel? This feels really. You could feel every
Did you
hit,
feel a bit
like every.
stressed watching it though?
No, I felt sad and I
Not
felt kind of proud of
stressed,
people,
yeah.
but like I never, but it wasn't like that fucking horrible music that was like trying to make me fucking freak out. But no, like I mean, it raised my heart rate absolutely. Like, and there was people I wanted to get through, like straight, like, oh god, no, let's get in. Because obviously you remember some of the like I'm not going to call them best kills, but but like try to show you. Like one guy gets the bullet bounces off his helmet and takes it off.
That shocked me.
That was a great fucking idea because I guarantee that happened.
Aye.
And then the guy that's on the radio is like, and pulls him back for a third time. He's just got no face. You're like, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, all of it. It was just surprising and horrifying, and it kind of showing like the true face of all these things. Like, he didn't try to glamorize it in any way, which I thought was great because you could see it on Tom Hanks's face, like when it kind of was over, just like it was just so much loss. And he's like, but he was just doing his duty, which I think is kind of a theme of the movie. It's like, because he even talks about it, it's like, this is just for me. Like when I go back here, because he's talking going home, he's like, I'm just going to be a teacher. You can feel he's one of those guys that would just never talk about it again because he didn't want it, but he had to do what was right. Which again was pretty cool.
Just because we're speaking about the visuals, right?
Mm.
So veterans reported they had flashbacks during the screenings when the depiction of like the beach scenes was so versatile.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't doubt.
I can imagine that.
When the film got released, the US Department of Veterans Affairs had to set up a hotline for World War II veterans.
Mm.
Oh, that's really sad, isn't it?
It sounds real, but I think it was required because I dislike the movies that glamorize war in any way, and I think you need to like everyone needs to understand like there's no honor in dying in the dirt in another country. You know, like people that want their kids to go off and join, like fight for their country. Nah, fuck that. Like, unless it's a just war, which again, this is a weird thing. I feel like that was a just war, but it's fucked up. Anyway, so I'm not gonna get political.
So,
but yeah, great scene, great sequence. Fucking everyone should watch it. Even if they didn't watch the rest of the movie, they should watch that sequence. Then they should watch the rest of the movie. The cast was fucking phenomenal, man. The whole way through, you're like, oh,
I was surprised.
Yeah, I was like you, Lee. I was like, oh, it's him. Oh.
Obviously, my boyfriend Nathan Fillion was in it, which was great. And to tell you who surprised me, I completely forgot Paul Giamatti was in that movie. He was the guy that had the sore ankles.
And then I'm like, oh.
I was going to say
you would reckon it. I knew I remembered Vin Diesel being in it because this was right at the beginning of his career.
I was going to say he looked
it's
so
like
young in
yeah.
I mean, it would have been. He'd have been like 24, maybe.
Nah, his death really fucking annoyed me. By the way.
Oh, do you think Lee cried at Vin Diesel's death?
I did.
Did you?
No, I didn't, but it just really annoyed me.
Do you think I cried?
Yeah, you did.
I did not. I did not cry.
Nice.
No, because I wasn't so sad about that one. Because first of all, I remembered it coming, and second of all, I'm like, Vin Diesel, what are you doing? Like, come on, man. Like, put the girl back. I don't care if she looks like your niece. You can't take her with you. And then he's like, gets shot. I'm like, you fucking dick. Like, what are you doing? Keep your fucking head down. But yeah, that was a good scene as well. But again, this is like the kind of humanity people feel, you know. But yeah, that was a cool scene. Like, and I like the fact that they didn't shy away from it. He shot him deliberately to wound him because he knew. Because you've seen that scene where he was watching him and pointing to the guys like, oh, so they're over there. I'm like, oh, because I bet you that again, like Sally said, I bet you that was what someone was like. Oh yeah, that's how they would get us. They'd take out the point guy, but wouldn't kill him. And then when he was screaming at us for help, they'd be like, oh, they're over there. And then he was looking for them and fucking shooting at them. Then obviously that amazing shot by Barry Pepper threw the fucking scope into his eyeball. I was like, yeah, fuck that guy.
I love like that guy, Barry Pepper. I've seen him in a few films, and I always think he's really good.
What I like about Barry Pepper, yeah. We'll come to that when it happens. But yeah, Barry Pepper. Do you not think he looks a bit like Matthew McConaughey if Matthew McConaughey was really skinny?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like you can just interchange those guys. I feel like you're just like kind of like Matthew McConaughey's like more sun-kissed and rounded, and Barry Pepper's like here's really severe Matthew McConaughey.
Here's a wee fun fact about the cast. So Tom Hanks, Vin Diesel, Barry Pepper, Tom Sizemore, Adam Goldberg, Jeremy Davies, all went through a real military boot camp led by Dale Dye, a retired Marine captain. Spielberg made every actor except Matt Damon attend the boot camp. The idea was
that makes sense.
So the squad could bond and like like they would bond, and then also like because you know how Matt Damon's character is like kind of fresh,
Yeah.
so that's why
Yeah.
they didn't add him yet because it would.
Well, I think they also wanted to have him as like an other. Though it's like, so these guys are close, they're a close unit, and then here's this other guy. Because in fairness, Matt Damon's been in the war for 2 years. Because he mentioned he was like he'd been there for a while. He'd been at least involved in the military for at least 2 years, but he just wasn't one of their guys. Because you see it when they bring in the skinny dude, whose name I have here.
Oh, Upberg.
Yeah, Umberg. Yeah. I forget what his character's called. That's what I was looking for.
He looks.
No, it's Umberg. Sorry.
He looks totally different now.
Well, I remember
Happened.
that specific character as playing like crazy guys and everything he's in. He's always like maniacs or like really sleazy dudes. And in that one, he was playing like a kind of like this like fresh, like not non-combatant guy. I want to come back to him a little bit later on though, because there's some stuff that happens with him that I thought that's fucked up.
Well, can we talk about Tom Sizemore?
Please, yeah, Tom Sizemore.
Spielberg put
Rest in peace.
Sizemore's contract. Sorry, let me say that again. Spielberg put Sizemore's contract into if he failed a drug test at any point, he would be fired immediately, and all scenes would have been reshot. Although
Really?
he did pass, of course, and delivered one of his best performances he's ever done.
Wow. That's crazy. Oh yeah, I didn't know. That sounds quite good. I think Sizemore's one of those guys that always kind of suffered with like drug addiction and stuff. He's also dead now, which is sad.
I died 2 years ago.
Yeah, a couple of years back, 2023. So again, rest in paradise, good actor. Sad you're dead, mate.
Also, there was a historical advisor always on the set. So there was a World War II historian, Stephen Ambrose, was consulted frequently for many scenes that were loosely based on real experiences from his interviews. So there's also, just because I want to get into the sound effects, you know how the wee ping you always heard? You always heard?
Yeah.
That was actually it was actually by a M1 Garand rifle. When the clip ejects, that's what it made, a wee ping. So it was re-recorded with 3 different microphones layered for impact.
You can notice it through the movie because everything they do's got a noise to it. And again, in real life when you do things click and twang and whatever. And like they've paid real attention to this, but that's a Spielberg thing. Like he has got a lot of respect for that, obviously because of his heritage, and that as well makes sense. But anything he does to do with World War II, like treats it utterly serious, and you can imagine him being like really, really specific with stuff. There is one character I wanted to talk about, just as a kind of fun aside, because this may be so harrowing. Do you remember the hearing impaired trooper when they go up to him? He's like, what? Yeah. Right, and like, he was shouting the whole time because a German grenade went off by his head, so his hearing's fucked. Do you remember that character? That's Opie from Sons of Anarchy.
No way.
Yeah.
That is, yeah.
Why did I not realise that?
When I looked up, I'm like, huh? That's Opie, because he's got the big beard now, obviously, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. So yeah, that's Opie. I would not have realised because he has the blonde. He's all clean cut and like the haircut and all that, and blonde. That's Opie from Sons of Anarchy. So I thought that's quite fun. There was a couple of moments of humour in the film that I want to talk about. So that was funny, which I thought it's good that they gave you that moment because they did try to show you the kind of gallows humour of soldiers and that as well. Like they make some jokes in that. Also, at the end when Sizemore's fighting the Germans and his gun runs out, and then he throws his helmet at the guy.
That was great.
And I thought, because that is just after the scene, which I'll come back to because it's like really harrowing. And I thought it's not weird that they put it in, but I like that they gave us that moment of like, because like although there'd be loads of sad stuff happening, there would be crazy bullshit like your fucking gun runs out, you're like fuck. Because it happens again, somebody else takes off their helmet and just smacks the guy across the face. I thought, that must have been a thing. So like Sally's saying, that must be a thing that they've done. Like if you couldn't get to your knife, but the helmet's hard and it comes straight off and you smash somebody in the face. Because, that'd surprise you.
It's like pretty much like your last stance, so you've got to the end to survive kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like, I'm going to die right now. Punching him's not going to help him, but if I smash him in the face with this, he's going to get surprised and it'll give me a moment to do something else. So yeah, I don't know if that was training, but that was quite a cool thing. Cool. What else you got for us, Logan?
Um,
Oh, okay, here's another one. Did Lee cry when they were dinging out the dog tags?
Yes.
I did not cry at that
Nah.
point. However, I was sitting watching it and like, because obviously I thought that was really sad because even Hanks was like kind of like looking through them, and then you seen the guys walking by, and it was the medic that came over. I was like, "Fucking stop doing that," because it was right in front.
Yeah.
I was like, "Imagine that! Imagine you're walking in and you've seen these guys throwing it, and it's a pile of dog tags, and each one of them represents a human life." And I'm like, "Fuck!" I got really sad at that point as well because, like, yep, that would be bad. So yeah. But yeah, well, I didn't cry, but I got real sad. Cool. So that was also a very good scene. Oh, there was one more funny scene. See when Paul Giamatti's complaining with his ankles and he sits down and knocks that wall down.
Mhm.
That was funny. And then there was that standoff where nobody knew what to do, and then some guy just walks in and machine guns the Germans. Like I could almost feel him being like, "What the fuck? What are you doing? Like fucking just shoot them." I think that was when Ted Danson turns up. I think.
it was.
Yeah. Because I looked away from the screen. I wasn't sure if it's Ted Danson that machine gunned them or not, but that was a cool
I
scene.
like the one that's just the German always been shot to bits, and he's the one just sitting on the table.
And he just goes over and pushes him over
Aye.
because, like, fucking just ate peace, mate, you know? So those were all cool. What about the death of Giovanni Ribisi, the medic?
That
That was super sad.
was it. No, Adam Goldberg.
That's Nope, Adam Goldberg does not die till later. I will talk about that
Sorry,
one.
that's
But Gina
I really
Ribisi
want to
is
talk
when
about that one.
they yeah, that's the one we're going to get to next because that one's the thing.
Aye.
But when they run up to take out the foxhole, and Giovanni Ribisi gets taken out, and then they're trying to like stop all the holes, and he asks how big the holes are, and he says, "I'd like some morphine." I was like, no, really sad. Because like obviously when they want some morphine, that's like it's over, man. Boom,
Aye.
they just fill him full of morphine and let him go to sleep. And I was like, that is fucked up, man.
Yeah.
And again, that happened, and and then they make the guy dig his own grave, and then they let him go, and they're like, again, but they're right.
What would you do
Yeah.
in that situation?
Oh, that is a good one. My conscience says I'd let him go, but I see in reality, my friend just died. But because we also know the consequences, what happens because they let him go.
It's on the record,
Uh,
isn't it? Is that no?
No, I mean at the end, he's the guy that shoots Tom Hanks.
Aye, sorry, I thought. Right, sorry, aye. I thought we were talking realistically what happens.
No, so as in that situation, so we're in that situation where they are. Do you make him dig his own grave, then shoot him? I don't know, fuck him, shoot him in the leg or something. Take him at the game.
What would you do, Sally?
I would probably shoot him,
Hmm.
but I'd probably do it in a really mean way. Like I'd shoot him in like the artery in his leg or something like that, so that he bleeds. It's a slow one. It's not just instant, like gone.
Sally went for the torture method. Okay, cool.
I was going to say
Um,
she didn't have a killer instinct there, but she does. Jesus.
So, you can tell which one of us is soft-hearted here. Like I'm like, maybe just shoot, just blast his knees off, right? Like, look, mate, you're not in the war anymore. But also, see once your friend, like this is why I don't like to pretend. I'm not one of these people like I would never do that because
No.
push somebody hard enough and they absolutely would. Anybody
Yeah.
would.
And in that scenario, it's you or them.
That's
Like,
it, aye.
as much as we can all sit there and be like, oh no, I wouldn't. It's like you are literally there to kill that person. That person is on the other side and
Hmm.
they've just killed your person. So it's a thing. You have to. It's literally your job at that point.
It's the same thing. You don't know if you let them
And
survive.
like Lee said,
You don't know if you'll cross paths with them again.
You're leaving a soldier
and
alive.
you
and one
don't
of
know
their
if they're
soldiers
going to
alive.
bring more.
No.
Yeah, I mean they could give away your possession if they find their guys first. They could do any number of things. They could quite simply circle round and just try and murder you that night because you've got to sleep at some point, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, the other way of looking at it is like we're all just people living our lives, right? So you get put to, and in that moment you can go one of two ways. You can go one of any way, but you could be like, you could kill him, or you could be looking at this guy as he's crying, smoking American cigarettes, say, "I like American," all this kind of stuff. and then you could be like, this is just a guy that got drafted into this war the same as I did. Because like they talk about they got drafted, they had to go and fight, but like ultimately, what were they fighting over? You know, like Sarah said, are they fighting for people that actually care about them, or are they fighting for people that want more territory? You know, and do you after you've killed so many? Because Tom Hanks talked about killing all these people and how it's like it's hurting him. It's like I've killed so many, like you know, and what if it stops meaning? Like, what if you've killed 100, then you don't feel anything anymore? Now you're the kind of person that kills without thinking about it. Is that good? Doesn't sound good. I'd probably be traumatized forever as well. I'd probably fucking like have PTSD for the rest of my life. Yep. I don't even go that far, Sal. I've got things to live for. I've got D&D in that, you know. So I will kill them, but I will be sad about it later. Anyway, so yeah, that was fucked up. That was a good scene. That was a great scene as well.
Kill them whilst I'm crying.
Yeah. I'm really sorry. I'll just shoot you in the dick. It's worse than death. No. So yeah, that's a cool. That was a great scene. Was it? What was the scenes after that? What was the more good scenes? Because I want to get into this end bit because I think we've been talking for ages.
I
really.
no
I-
joking like Jungle Love. I just want to make two other things. This was Nathan Fillion's first kind of big role, if I say that.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that was surprising.
I think he's a great actor.
And Vin Diesel's character, if I say this right, Caparzo.
Capazzo.
Fuck's sake,
But they said it all the way through the film, mate. Yeah,
you
I'm all
be
over
my
this shit.
translator. Is based on a real paratrooper from Ambrose's interviews.
Oh, we missed out Bryan Cranston's cameo.
I didn't really care about it.
Really?
I didn't.
Bryan Cranston was in this movie with one arm. That was cool.
I know, but he didn't chop it
Bryan-
after the film, did he?
But how can you look? If there's a Bryan Cranston cameo in a movie, you fucking mention
No,
it.
but see,
That was
here-
when he was
here's
doing
the
Malcolm in
thing.
the Middle.
He does a lot of war films. Not at that time, but was it early 2000s? He done a lot of war films or not?
Mhm.
So I was like, it's just another war cameo.
Okay. No, I mean fair enough. I mean, if you don't care about it, I thought it was cool. Is there anything else we should mention? Because we'll get in trouble if we don't mention them.
Nah. Shall we
Um,
talk about that big scene that really bugged me?
what big scene that really bugged you?
That the one we were about to talk.
Okay, let's talk about it then. Right. So the ending sequence, which by the way, I actually stopped the movie when I knew it was going to happen to see how long the movie was left. Because I was like, this film is long as fuck. This one was like 2 hours, 50 minutes long.
Thanks, Ali.
Like, when did you watch the movie?
In bits.
I watched it in 2 halves.
I watched it this
Yeah.
morning. Because I looked at how long I was like, nah, fuck you. Watch this morning. I knew I was off today, and I was like, I need to get up here. After being ill last night, I was like, I need to get up. I got up at 9:30, and I put it on, and I had to pause it like 3 times to go and like eat in that, because I'm like, I can't take this anymore. This is too upsetting. And I'd go and eat something and come back, like, oh, it's still so sad. 2 hours, well worth it, absolutely 100%. But when I'll pause, I was like, this last scene is so long, and so many of them are going to get hurt or killed. Yeah. Okay, so let's go.
On you go.
Logan. Well, okay, so the most upsetting part of the entire sequence, and all of it, like, they were very heroic and they done really well. It was obviously the Jewish fella, who was played by, I've already forgot his name. It was Adam Goldberg, who was playing Stanley Fish Mellish. The fight scene between him and the German guy, because obviously they've been shouting for umbrage for the bullets, and I thought, oh, they've given him an easy job, so he can run about giving people bullets, because obviously he was kind of cowardly. Which I don't blame him for, by the way, like, because he just got pulled out of like the fucking like decryption team, and he even says like, I am not a fighter, and he's like, good luck. And then when he could hear the sequence, and he was creeping up the stairs, but you could tell he was too scared, because I'm sure you were the same the whole time. Like, if you run up there and even distract that guy for a minute, just hit him with your gun,
really annoyed me.
your friend's not going to die, because like they were scuffling and going back and forward, and at one point I thought Fish had him. See, when he whipped out the knife, I thought, right, he's got him. Even though I knew I've seen the movie, I'm like, I was hoping my memory was wrong. And then when he pushed it slow, and he was speaking in German, at that point I really wanted subtitles, but I was guessing what he was saying, and I bet you it's like, just stop fighting, it'll be okay. And he fucking at the end, I was fucking heartbroken, man. I was like, Jesus Christ, man, if you just nutted up for a second and ran up and done anything, you could have saved your pal, and instead he fucking dies in a horrible, so upsetting way. And then when the German walks down the stairs, he looks at him and realizes he's not a threat and walks by him. Like, oh my
Yeah.
god, that whole sequence was fucking heartbreaking, man. So yeah, I was really upset by it. Lee cried at that one, in case you didn't know. In case you couldn't guess. I cried again. So yeah, what were you going to say with it, Logan? Why did it annoy you?
Sarah, do you want to say it in first before I?
No, you carry on.
To be fair, I think he got the worst death.
Oh, 100%.
Just like
It was so slow.
Adam Goldberg's acting was amazing on it. Like, even to like when they're doing the blade slowly going into his chest, I was like, oh my god, it's like why is Upman no doing something about this? And it really annoyed me because you can see just the Germans looking into his eyes with trying to kill him. I was like, are you like? I was
I
genuinely
know.
so annoyed about it.
It was an amazing sequence. I'm assuming it's choreographed, but like it was brutal. Like the fight was such a realistic fight as well, because they weren't like fucking like karate guys. They were just guys fighting, knowing that one of them was going to die. Because at one point, I think Mellish bites the guy's hand or something.
He
I
bites
couldn't really
him.
see what he was
I
biting,
think it was
and
his
it
neck
draws
at
blood.
first.
I wasn't clear what he was getting into, but I was like, he's drawing blood. But of course, you would anything to fucking stop them if you can get in there, because you're fighting for your fucking survival, and it just wasn't enough. And then, like you said, because fucking Umbridge was on the fucking stairs, man. It's like,
Upham.
you fucking coward. Upham, sorry. Upham was on the stairs.
Umbridge.
Get right up him.
Upham.
And then that was his moment to redeem himself, and he doesn't redeem himself the entire thing. Kind of a little bit at the end, but not really.
Doesn't count.
I don't think it counts because he knew they had the upper hand. He knew they were winning at that
Mhm.
point. And then he lets him go. Oh, no, he doesn't. He kills the one guy. He does kill the guy that shot Tom Hanks.
But doesn't kill the guy that killed Adam Goldberg.
No, well, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to that guy. Did we see him again,
No,
or
I
did he
think
just disappear?
buggers off, like he just walks away.
No. But that scene was amazing, really upsetting, and I know why they've done it that way, because I guess that like Upham he wasn't a fighter, and he was just so scared, and that's what made it bad. Is because if he'd ran up and literally just fucking just whacked the guy a few times, but he didn't. So anyway, yeah.
What do you think about the last scene? I've got a few questions, but just because we're probably going a bit more time than usual. What do you think about the last scene?
Can we talk about? Do you mean the one was in the cemetery, Arlington?
Cemetery, aye.
Right. So before that, I did like the scene where Tom Hanks pulls out the pistol because he's got nothing left, and he starts shooting the tank, and then it blows up. And I feel like it was almost a moment where he's like, "What?" And then obviously, like, he sees the planes, which I thought that was a nice moment to like let him know that at least some folk would survive.
That tank blows up. It actually
Mhm.
cracked the camera lens,
Oh, really?
and they kept it in post.
That's cool. So that was cool. And then obviously that's when Upham gets like pulls the gun and like because he's literally cowering beside the Germans at one point. Whereas at any point he could have stood up and shot them, even if it meant he was going to die. At that point, you think he'd be like, "Nah, fuck it," but he didn't. And then he like lets them all go, apart from shooting the guy that shot Tom Hanks. So that's his kind of minor redemption. But like you said, I don't think it counts. And Tom Sizemore dies. Do you see the bit where Tom Sizemore gets shot? And he's the only person that happens in the movie. He gets shot and doesn't go down. He's just like, "Fuck! You dicks!" And then kind of stumbles to the side, and then kind of like kills a few more people, and then he gets shot again, and he's like, "I'm fine," and then he dies because obviously he's not fine. But that was sad. But okay, so that was last scene. Fantastic, harrowing, upsetting, shot really well. Lots of cool moments in it that were upsetting. And then the Arlington thing. I don't think I needed it, to be honest. The Arlington scene.
Really?
Hmm?
I think it ties the film nicely.
That made me quite sad when he asks his wife if he's a good man, if he had a good life and all that. I was like, oh, he's just questioning it all. Was it all worth it? And he still feels guilty that he was the one home, and all those people that like literally how many people of them died for him to go home. So he carries so much guilt. And I think it's quite nice to know that there are soldiers alive, not so much today, unfortunately, but at the time when the film came out, that carry that guilt with them, that they still feel and remember the people who fought alongside them. And I think that that's the point of that end scene, is that it is literally remembering those who have fallen, and making sure that the people that survived tried their hardest to live their life to the fullest, because they were lucky, so lucky to get home.
Oh, absolutely. Because I think Tom Hanks's last words to him is "earn this."
That's why I like that part. I liked his be your last words. Like you've basically earned it.
I understand where you're coming from with that. What I would say to is, I guess because of the way I think about things, like that was straight away because of the beginning sequence. I already could see that as like, yeah, because they also make like the point of saying that he had kids and all that kind of stuff. So like he's done his best to earn it. But I don't know enough about his life. His wife could have went, yeah, you're all right. You know, you were a bit of an adult with her, and you did beat the shit out of me a few times. So you know, but I get it. I get they were tying like this was a good man, but also he wasn't every man that came back for the war. A lot of people come back for the war and weren't good. You know, people can do a great thing and then go on to be shattered by that. I suppose they didn't want to give him a sad ending where it turned out he never married and was just a fucking alcoholic his entire life because he was so sad.
Well, see how you're talking about you didn't want the cemetery scene. So Steven Spielberg said he was going to take that away, but the test audience said they wanted like an emotional like context for the film, and that's why it's stayed.
Well, there you go. That's interesting. So me and Spielberg think the same way. Interesting. Me and the greatest director of recent times had the same impulse.
I've got a few questions for you.
Go on.
Okay.
Is Upham the worst soldier ever, or was he just more realistic?
I think he was a person that was never meant to be a fighter that had to go and fight, and he reacted the way a great deal of people would. They also made him. He was much skinnier. He was smaller. He didn't look like every other one looked like a fighter, or at least had been through the shit. And if you just grab a guy out of an office and say, "Here's a gun, go and fight," can you expect him to fight? I wouldn't say he was the worst soldier. I think he was just an everyman that wasn't in a moment of what needed bravery. He buckled like lots of people would. But still, fuck that guy. He should have helped Fish.
What about you, Sally?
I think he was just a coward. Like, he wasn't built for it. And his job was he was a the word. He wasn't somebody that wanted the war. He was a translator. I know that's what he was. But he wasn't somebody that went out there to kill people. Like, you don't translate. He wanted to understand them. Like, he wanted to bridge that gap and sort of be like, you don't actually need this. He was a bit of a passive when it came to the war. So him going on to essentially, in his head, the front line wasn't what he signed up for. He signed up to try and communicate with these people to help end it in that way, not fight it. So I don't think he was a bad soldier because it wasn't what he was built for. He wasn't necessarily a bad person.
As far as we know, he survived as well, so you know.
Was Private Ryan worth saving for? Like, seriously though.
Jesus. There's a question. I mean, the entire film's about that, Logan. I mean, what's worth more? You know, like, should a woman lose all of her kids to a war? And ultimately, what they've done, they defended a bridge, and also the planes turned up at the end. He could have left, and things wouldn't have changed. Well, so although it was like heroic and defiant,
because if you think about it, let's say he left with Tom Hanks in that, they would have probably lost. Because if you think about how many people died compared to Tom Hanks's men, right? So,
well, I mean, Logan, spoilers. We went on to win the war, right?
No, right. I know that, but I'm saying for this film wise, right?
Oh, okay.
I'm not talking fucking let's go super historical accurate here.
That bridge was the turning point of the war, Lee. No, it wasn't. Like they were already in the back foot, mate. Okay. No, I mean, in that moment, like the smart thing to do and the right thing to do are not often the same thing. Was he worth it? Like they all said the same thing. It's like all of us have got mothers, all of us have got brothers. You know,
Well,
this
that's
is it was a PR mission, and that's what it was. It was we went in and we took this guy out because he didn't want his mum to lose everything. It was for political brownie points at the end of the day.
it's like
Um,
it's like basically like you either choose doing your duty or your brotherhood, because that was basically what it was.
I mean, I've got a lot of complex thoughts on what is your duty to your country. You know,
We'll
your
not go
country is
into
a
it,
duty
but
to you. You are correct, Logan. For the context of the movie, I think they were right. Also, if you remember during the final battle, Private Ryan was not doing a lot of fighting. Private
Yeah, I
Ryan was
thought
hugging
that.
his knees and crying in the last fight. So how much good was he going to do? Like, were they better off without Private Ryan, the crybaby? I don't know if he'd done much fighting during that. I don't know if that was I'm assuming it's a deliberate thing. Didn't show how much during the actual fight. And also Tom Hanks done most of the planning of the final thing. So without Tom Hanks there, but they could also have like left most of those dudes and just like a couple of them went back with Tom Hanks. Like, see the coward, he could have just went back with Tom Hanks, not Tom Hanks, with Matt Damon.
I've
You know,
I've got two more wee questions and then
Go
we'll
on.
wrap up there. If you were in the squads, who would you be? And please don't say you'd be Upman.
Logan, I'll tell you right now, it's more likely I would be Upham than I'd want to be, right? But I would do my best to be Tom Sizemore because he was badass. Getting shot and shit, like fuck you, and throw my hat at people and everything.
I want to say that I'd like to be a sniper,
Ooh, he was cool.
Oh, yeah.
but I think I would probably be the medic.
Oh, nice one. I like that. I liked him as well because he wasn't. I don't think he done much in the way. Did he do any shooting, or was he always just helping people?
Not particularly. Yeah, he was more just trying to damage
That
control.
there
Really.
was like a group of people who are called conscientious objectors who would go to war but refuse to carry weapons, and they would all be medics. Like there's a bunch of these guys that won medals and stuff for literally dragging people out of like live fire and saving their lives. I wasn't sure if he
Yeah.
was one or whether I just didn't remember him doing any fighting.
No, he had a gun. I remember him having a gun, but I think he was just too busy, you know, trying to save his mates that he just didn't
Yeah.
have the time to shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd probably end up being a medic if
Mhm.
I was to be in war.
That's cool.
What about you, Logan?
I would
Yeah,
say
Logan,
I
who's
would, I
your-
would like to be Tom Hanks, but that's definitely not going to happen. I would probably be Adam Goldberg's character. I'd end up fighting and getting stabbed or something.
Based on where you live, probably.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
A lot of knife crime there. Yeah. Fish was great as well. I mean, Fish was a cool character, and like again, he fought for his fucking life, you know. And if he'd had anyone else with him, he'd have fucking. But that German was a big, burly, fucking angry-looking dude. Like the fact that Fish put up as much of a fight as he did was impressive. But yeah, he definitely had the saddest death, and there's a lot of sad deaths in this movie.
I just
But most harrowing.
I find it funny because there's only three films that no two films now, and one TV show. I've only seen Adam Goldberg
And the
in.
brothers.
And also it was Dazed and Confused, and Friends.
Yeah, he's a versatile actor. I don't know what he's doing himself these days. Probably producing.
Probably.
Let's see, Adam Gold.
I was going to say this. I've got three choices to use here. What's your holy shit moment? The sniper shot, the tank, or the knife scene?
I think the sniper shot was the one where I went, oh, because we've gone through that. Oh, look at that. That was cool. But yeah, that's the one where I like audibly exclaimed a noise, and during the kind of stabby scene, I was more like, oh, come on, trying to will the guy that I knew wasn't going to move to save his pal. He didn't.
What about you, Sally?
I think probably a knife scene because you're just so sort of invested in the guy moving. Like as somebody who hasn't actually seen the film before, I'm like, why is he just stood there? What's he doing? Like, and it's a bit like you're a knob.
I think it's because we're so used to action movies and that. It's like you expect
Yes.
people to be heroic, But like in the ship, man, like would you be heroic or would you freeze? I mean, people freeze all the time, and
That's the
you could
thing.
hear the kind of
Yeah.
the kind of fucking horrible noises of the fight, which again, great sound editing, because you could hear like the fucking hits, and you could hear the grunts and all like all these noises, and he knew his mate was fighting for his life, and he was just scared that he'd get hurt if he went up there. I was like, but yeah, like you said, get the fuck up there, you pussy, fucking fight that guy. Like, anyway, yeah.
What about you,
I've
Logan?
got to say the tank scene, just because like you've got Tom Hanks literally probably obviously his final breaths, just try to shoot, and then obviously fucking plane blows it up. Is
think-
it a plane or was it that?
No,
It's a plane, yeah. No, it's a plane. It's the plane
One
comes
of
right.
my-
Goes,
One of my favorite things is the bombs that they like sort of detonate and then throw. Is
Mm,
it? I
Sticky
can't
bomb.
think what they are, but they've got like the tap on the end, and
yeah.
they sort of just bang
Oh,
it and
aye.
throw it. I thought that's very initiative
Inventive, yeah, it was great. Yeah,
To be
yeah.
fair,
It was
I
great,
thought-
yeah.
I thought
That's
they were-
using your initiative.
I thought they were going to get killed.
Yeah,
because
that's the one.
You see, getting thrown into them, I was like, they're not picking them up
Yeah.
too quickly. I was like, no.
Well,
Can't
they
happen.
do it a couple of times. They throw the grenade in, and you see the grenade come flying back out
Aye.
because the Nazis do it in one of the earlier scenes, and then later on they throw the kind of they've got the grenades, they've got the handle and the thing on top, and the guy just straight back out. So that's great. A couple of times the grenades land on the people's feet as well, and they explode them, and it's like literally red mist. I'm like, yeah, I bet you that's what that
Yeah.
looks like. Like that's fucked up. Like that is, yeah.
Well,
So yeah, there was.
this will be my final question, and this should
Yeah, finish it up.
I finish this up. Do you think Spielberg was too savage for the 80s for this type of film, or do you think he's done like an accurate job?
Oh, crushingly accurate. This is a great movie. Start to finish. Like I recommend everyone watches
Because-
this.
I do. I think it's a brilliant film, but I think it might have been a bit too soon for the people that had witnessed it and been in it. It might have caused a lot of turmoil and a lot of anguish for those people. It's one of those films that you kind of wish would come out now, but still with the same actors. You know, like they filmed it and done it and everything, and it's great. But release it now.
So we
that,
filmed
like,
in '98 and we waited to 2025 to release it because it was so
I
upsetting.
mean, John Malkovich
Yeah.
is doing something that
Yeah.
100 years later.
Yeah, that's the whole thing they're doing, isn't it?
Aye. So
like I feel for the people that the soldiers and then watching that because I think it was so lifelike
Mhm.
in a sense, and I think it's probably caused some unnecessary anguish.
I
But
think it's something we
as
call
somebody
doing
who
now.
has never been to war,
Mhm.
never been involved in it, it's a good adaptation of what it must
Mm.
have been like,
I think
and
it's
in
something
a
we
way
don't do so
somewhat
much.
entertaining.
Yeah.
I don't think
And I think a lot of stuff now, the trap we fall into is we make it look too kind of clean, too pretty, and it shouldn't look pretty. It should look fucking like if you do this, this is what you're gonna be dealing with. Sorry, keep going, Logan.
I agree.
I don't think you'll get a realistic war film like this. Like I think it gets it perfect way. Obviously, I've not been to war myself. Not I mean, only in COD, but that's different. Like the historian stuff, like having a historian on set all the time, having it like a documentary style, having it like very, even the discolorment and the documentary style. No having it like your usual it's shot fucking like an even flooring and all that sort of stuff. The effects is brilliant. Your big opening sequence is brilliant when they're all getting like in their battle.
Mhm.
I think it all sets perfectly. The only thing I don't like was the casting,
Oh, interesting.
just because Tom Hanks, he's brilliant. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think he's perfect for an army role. Same way Vin Diesel. I know he's done fucking Fury and all. That's another. Fury, was he in Fury?
Is it in Fury? I don't know. I remember that's the one with Shia LaBeouf. I've not watched that.
Brad Pitt. I think he was in it.
Yeah, no. Mhm. Okay.
I think Adam Goldberg was brilliant in it. I would have liked to see him more stuff like that with him, but I guess he doesn't really act anymore. I'm not too sure.
Not sure what he's up to.
And obviously, passed away 2 years ago. Tom,
Tom Sizemore, yeah.
he was brilliant. I just, even the guy who plays Upham, he was brilliant and all. I just don't like Tom Hanks and
That's interesting.
Vin
I
Diesel.
would push back with the Tom Hanks one simply because he was meant to not be the thing he is. It's like I think it's trying to show you that
I guess so.
when-
'Cause he's a school teacher.
it's one of the things that they talk about is that if a war was to happen, the people that step up aren't the people you expect. Like, see the guys that cut about like the scheme and all that, their combats and
Aye.
like their tight tops and that, like they've got like blades and everything. They're the fuckwits. Like, they're the ones that will die in a second. It's the thoughtful people that like are trying to do the right thing. They're the ones that will actually surprise you because they'll fucking do. And Tom Hanks was a proper soldier. Like, he'd clearly read the manual because he's like, oh, the sticky bomb, do this, do this. He'd clearly paid attention. So, and like you said, he's a school teacher. So I get where you're coming from, but again, I think he was perfect casting. I'll have you know. Although he didn't win an Oscar for this, so did he?
Don't think so.
No, he did get an Oscar later on, I think. But anyway, that's interesting. Yeah,
And
about
Matt
you, Sally?
Damon, don't know. I'm
I mean, he was
I'm
good
on
just
the
as a
fence,
random young guy. Interesting.
But I think he came out. I think this was after Good Will Hunting.
Really?
I think so. Was that not 80s?
Can't. No, that wasn't the 80s. Something ridiculous.
Later than that? Earlier than that? I don't know.
Of course, no. Good Will Hunting was not Tom Hanks casting. Hold on, let me do the Cat Tom Hanks Oscar thing first. Oscar wins. Tom Hanks Academy Awards. That can't be right. Best Actor in 1985. Best Actor. Well, tell me which ones though. That's fucking useless. No, not that one. You piece of shit. Tom Hanks Oscar. There we go. Philadelphia. I bet you got it for. Best actor for. Oh no, here we go. He was nominated for Saving Private Ryan. He won it for Forrest Gump, and he won it for Philadelphia.
Interesting.
Love that film.
And what was the second quote? What was the next thing he said?
I can't remember. Matt Damon.
Oh,
Good
Matt
Will
Damon.
Hunting.
Matt Damon. Good Will Hunting. Good Will. 1997. So the year before.
There you go.
There you go. That makes sense because I mean it wouldn't be the 80s because Matt Damon I think is about the same age as me. So if it's in the 80s, he'd have been like 9. I know. I'll take it back. He is way older than me. He is 1970. He was born. I thought he was about my
See?
age. So there you go.
Um,
So in the 80s, he would have been 18 at the most to do that movie. There you go.
so
I like the talk. I think they just wanted someone a famous face for Private Ryan. It had to be someone that you would because he's only in it for a short time, so it has to be somebody you connect with immediately. Because like, well, put
what's the
Matt
point
Damon there
about
because
him on
people know
the
who he is.
poster?
Yeah, you want that handsome face,
Aye.
don't you? So fair enough.
I recommend it.
Oh, 2 thumbs up. Everyone
Yeah, I
should
think
watch.
it's a great film.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, you had a drink.
So next month will be a Christmas movie, but won't be hard. Should we find a Christmas war movie that is
fuck
just
no,
really
man,
upsetting?
I'd be depressed again.
No,
Sad
no,
one,
no.
happy one. Sad
so
one, happy one.
I think I found 2 that none of us have watched.
There we go.
Right, you tell me if I'm wrong. I'm
we
probably
keep
wrong,
this in?
but The Man Who Invented Christmas.
Okay.
I've never seen that.
No, I heard it.
And A Boy Called Christmas.
No, I heard it.
What are they, Sally? They
They're going to be
good.
fucking depressing. It's Sally, come on.
The Man Who Invented Christmas, 2017.
Christmas
Oh,
films. They can't
is
be
a
depressing.
fucking. That's a Dickens movie.
Right, let's wrap this up because we're way over time now.
Okay, cool.
Thank you for
Okay.
watching, and if you like and subscribe and don't get